Hey guys, so in today's video I am going to build my first woodworking project, and it's going to be a dog gate for my front porch. So that way I can let Ocean and Kiwi on the front porch leash free and don't have to worry about them running down the steps. And yeah, I'm starting simple with this project because I've never made anything with wood before. You know, I've done a lot of like DIY projects around the house. Well, I guess I have, because I did do the my kitchen cabinetry, the doors, but that was sort of, it was different because I didn't build them from scratch. I took the existing doors and then I added on the frames. So this feels like my first like from scratch woodworking project. So yeah, I just picked up the wood from Home Depot and I'll show you what I got to do this. And if you're wondering where I am, I'm just standing in what's gonna be my new shop area in the back of my house. And yeah, I'll show you kind of that as well. So I've got this room set up as kind of like my woodworking room, and by set up I'm using that term very loosely because this is the only thing that's set up is the miter saw. Everything else is just like on the floor or in that closet there, and then I have a lot of things still in my basement, but I'm hoping this room will become my little workshop. And then out here in the rest of it, I'll show you what's going on here. I've just sort of got an overflow of furniture. So this used to be my dining room table, but I swapped it out for the smaller one because it was a bit too large, and I'm thinking I could still use it in here somehow. So I just haven't lifted the tabletop on because it's too heavy for me to do by myself, and I have to wait till, I don't know, someone's over that can help me lift it on. I'm waiting for my sister to come by. She was here recently and I forgot to ask her. And then that tulip table back there, I just had picked up on Facebook Marketplace. It was super cheap. It was like, I think 40 bucks. And I've been wanting to get a table like this. The reason it was so cheap is because if you look close, there's like all these little marks on it. But I think what I'm gonna do is just refinish it. And then I'm gonna have a cute little table here for this space. And the kitchen is still, my plan still is to repaint these cabinets and I guess paint this wood section here to match. I think I'm just gonna go with a white, and then I likely will build out the frames for these cabinet doors the same way I did in my kitchen, just to modernize it and get new hardware and all of that. So that's a project on the pipeline. It's not really a priority because I'm not really using this space other than for a workshop space. So, but yeah, I'll get to it. So anyways, so let me show you the wood that I got for this dog gate project. So I got these guys here. I don't know what they're called. They're like let me see if it says on the tag. 2x2s. So yeah, got these 2x2s, and they have this like little groove here. And then I was gonna get 2x4s for like the top and bottom piece, and I ended up going with these guys because they're like a lot smaller and lighter. So I think I'm gonna use these on the horizontal pieces. But I don't know, I have a leftover 2x4 here. So, and then another shorter one down there as well. So I'm still playing with the design in my head. I want to keep it super simple. And then I will stain it because I've never stained wood before. So I want to stain it or paint it. My porch railing is black. It's like a metal wrought iron railing and it's black, so it might be best to just paint it black so it matches the railing. I don't necessarily want this to like pop out, but I do have some stain, so I might stain it. We'll see. So yeah, let's jump in and let's get started. And if you are interested in woodworking too, well, I suppose you probably are interested in woodworking, and that's why you're watching this channel, or you're at least interested in DIY stuff, right? But yeah, I'm gonna do a series on woodworking projects, and I'm gonna kind of I just am interested to see, it'll be kind of cool for me to look back onto and see like where I started and then increasingly get better. I think it'll be motivating for me to keep going and to, you know, improve my skills in that way. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen over the course of the next year, because I want to do like, I want to steadily always have a woodworking project that I'm working on. So as soon as I finish this dog gate, I'm going to move to the next. And I think I'm going to do a planter box, because I have a couple places in my yard that I need a planter box that, well, it would come in handy. So I think I'll do a planter box next, but I also want to do like outdoor seating sectional. But a sectional is so large, which is why I didn't start with that, because it's like, I want to start simple. I don't want to do a massive, huge, intimidating project. So I'm starting with this gate. Oh, I also got little caster wheels because I'm planning to make this a rolling gate. And I think it'll just be easier with the situation because the opening is really wide there. I don't want to actually attach the gate to my railing. I'm just going to set it up on these caster wheels and then like slide it into place and then somehow secure it like that, but I want to be able to fully, you know, slide it out of the way. So yeah, let's jump in, let's get started, and wish me luck. All right. So, you see me? Here's the idea so far. The only thing is, this is too tall. My existing railing on the porch is only 30 inches high, and this right here is 36 inches, plus I'm going to be adding wheels, and I want it to just, including the wheels, all be 30 inches, so it doesn't stand out too much from the railing there. Now these things that I have these angled, I'll show you closer, have these angled cuts on the end. So since I need to make these shorter, I'm gonna have to remove the length from each side, that way they match and there's not like just a groove on one side and not on the other side or an angle. So I'm gonna cut a little bit off the top and bottom. So the whole gate is 30 inches, including the caster wheels. And these are the caster wheels. I got 3 of these to attach to the bottom. That way, I don't want the gate to be secured to my porch. I just want it to be sitting on these wheels here, and I want to be able to wheel it into position whenever I have the dogs on the porch, and then just wheel it out of the way to the side when the dogs aren't there. And you know, I don't want it to be like an annoying thing for the mail person that comes and delivers mail, or for whenever anyone's coming over. If the dogs aren't on the porch, it's not going to be in the way. So yeah, so I'm going to just get all of these pieces cut, and then to attach them, I'm going to probably screw in from the bottom here, going up into these pieces on either side, on the top and the bottom. And yeah, that's the plan. So got a lot more pieces to cut. All right, so I gotta take 5.5 inches off the top and bottom of these pieces because I want to remove 11 inches total. So I'm gonna do 5.5 on each side for all 18 pieces. 17 more to go. Dust bag is full. See? Full. It's a blob. Well, the sawdust was kicking back at me because it was blocked and not going into the bag. Let's see if that works now. I don't know. Quite the mess here. A lot of sawdust. Okay, so I got these squares set up to make sure. I'm going to screw in the end pieces first, that way I can make sure it's 90 degrees. And actually just clamp this to this piece. That way they'll stay like that and not shift. And I thought I had more screw sizes, but I only have 2.5 inch and like 1 1/4 inch. So I was gonna see if I had 3 inch, but this 2.5 will work. My 3 inch were not deck screws; they were for like inside projects. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just screw them all in like this, and then 1 on each side, and then add the wheels, and then give everything a sand and stain. So let's do it. Okay. Bad. I'm wondering if I should also add wood glue here, like to strengthen the connection, but I think because I'm screwing in so many, there's going to be enough force to hold it all together. Okay, so let's do this other side now. This is just to keep it like from slipping. Where did that clamp go? Clamp this here. hurt my ankle so bad yesterday. I banged it on the side of my coffee table, the one in the, not the white one, the other one. And it hurt so bad yesterday I couldn't even walk. And today I was walking with, yesterday I could not walk at all, I could not bear weight, but this morning I woke up and it was so much better. I can walk, I'm just kind of hobbling around. But, yeah. Okay. I'll screw in the other side now. And then I'll be able to fill in the middle. Is this going to be an issue? Crap. Oh, slightly. Okay, this one will fit. Spacing. 3 inches between. Okay, so now that everything's, sounds weird. Okay, now that everything's put together, I'm going to give it all a sand and then I'm going to stain it. And first, before staining, I'm going to use some preconditioner because I did a test patch of the stain and it was looking really blotchy. So I think this will help it look more smooth and better. So let's get into the sanding. This is the test patch. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but it looks very blotchy. It's a lot, there's like a dark spot here. So I'm hoping the preconditioner will help make the final look less blotchy than this. Keep sanding. gotta get a sanding block to get in between here. Probably would have been a good idea to sand each individual piece before attaching it all. I think that would have helped. Maybe even stain it that way too, but yeah. Try to lay this guy flat. Oh yeah, that's gonna be better. Now it's time for the pre-conditioner. This is the pre-stain wood conditioner that I'm using. So I'm gonna put this on. I'll have to wait for it to dry before I do the other side. And then after that, I can finally put the stain on. All right, let's pop this guy open. I'll go with this size. I'm just using a sponge applicator. See where this goes. Oh, this goes on so easy. This is amazing. Yay! This is gonna be super fast. Oops. It's very watery. It's like water. It feels like water. Yeah, this is my first time using wood conditioner and wood stain. So this is new for me. Also, if you're into DIY projects, I recommend you get a roll of this plastic. The people that used to live here left it in the garage, and it's come in so handy. It's just a big roll of it, rather than using newspaper. And I've reused the same piece like so many times. And it's good because it's waterproof. So if you lay it on like the grass or something that's a little bit damp, water doesn't come through. And it's just been really handy because it's so large, so it's just like quick setup. You can tear it off at any, like to any size that you need. I've also used it for covering furniture when I'm painting, because I painted a lot of ceilings in my house, actually all the ceilings in my house, and I just threw this plastic over top, and then I've reused it. It's not like, I know, it's not like bad for the environment because you can reuse it. So newspaper is great too for like smaller coverage. But if you have something big to cover, there's a window behind me. That's probably not smart. Okay, so I'm just bending because the camera's low. I got all the pre-stain conditioner on, actually just on one side and the middles. So I have to wait like 10 minutes and then I'm gonna wipe it all off with a cloth, flip it over, do the other side. I was actually planning on staining it tomorrow and just letting this dry, but I just read the instructions and you're supposed to stain it within 2 hours of application. So what I'm gonna do is after I get it all pre-conditioned, I'm just gonna stain it within like, I don't know, 30 minutes or so. And then that way it should work better than if I wait till tomorrow, because you're not supposed to do that apparently. So yeah, I'm gonna do that next. So good idea, read the instructions before you start. I'm just wiping it off and then I'm gonna flip it over and do the other side. And I think for staining, I'm gonna do that outside because these fumes are so bad. It's so strong. Seems to have soaked in pretty well, not much just wiping off. To the other side. This is the stain I'm using. It's actually not meant as an outdoor stain, it's an indoor stain, I believe. But this is going on a covered porch and I think it should be okay for this. And then I'm gonna finish it with some poly on top. So yeah, go ahead and put this on. Let's do this. Okay, the gate's almost finished. All I have to do left now is apply the polyurethane. I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. I think it looks great. So I'm just gonna put the poly on and then I'm gonna move it into position on the porch, and that way I can use it anytime the dogs wanna come hang out with me. It's gonna be so much nicer than having to leash them up and kind of tie them on the railing or whatnot. So this will be a lot easier. Oshi, hey buddy. So Ocean's here. Hi bud. You got the dogs with me here, of course. Here's some shots of how it's looking. Some close-ups. Yeah, I think it looks great. Just gonna put the poly on and then move it into place. I hope you enjoyed watching this project, and if you do like watching DIY projects, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button because there's many, many more to come. All right, see you in the next video. Bye!